Don't ask me a mountain question when there is simply no answers to them all. If you love me, really love me as I love you, that's the answer to everything.
All right, hello, good evening, and welcome back to Andy's Cavern Boxing. How we all doing tonight, guys? We all well? All good, I hope. Well, we finally have the answer to one of the most asked questions in boxing in recent times. What next for Moses Itauma? Well, what's next for him, we found out today, is Jermaine Franklin, heavyweight contender, who took Anthony Joshua the distance, and he also took Dillian White the distance. I actually thought he beat Dillian White and got robbed on the cards on another evening of controversy a good while back. So, can he give Moses Itauma rounds? That is the next question, isn't it? I think he'll be able to give him. I think he might even be able to take him to the midway point. Maybe a wee bit past that. Jermaine Franklin, he looks like he's not the biggest heavyweight, is he? I think he's maybe about 6'2", 6'1" maybe. And he looks a bit, he's no ripped, is he? He looks a wee bit sort of soft around the edges. But he is very skillful, crafty, slick, and I don't think he's a massive puncher. I think he did hurt Dillian White, but I mean Dillian White's a shell himself. Probably since that fight, maybe even before that fight. But he's very skillful, so, and he's tough. He's got a good chin. So if anybody's going to give him rounds, I think it could be Jermaine Franklin. He's a good choice. It's a choice I like. I think with Jerry and Jamie and myself a while back talked about this possibility of Jermaine Franklin taking on Moses Itauma. I can't remember the other folk was talked about. Michael Hunter, Effie Ajagba, and I think Martin McCauley was mentioned, and some other people. But I think Jermaine Franklin's definitely a good option. I would like to see Moses Itauma clear up at British level and do the traditional route. I think we've talked about that before. We'll see what happens. He's got to get past Jermaine Franklin first. So that's on the 24th of January 2026. And I think it's at the Co-op Arena in Manchester. So it's a good venue. And I think there's a decent undercard, I think. Frank Warren was talking about it earlier on today. I saw on YouTube, and I know Willie Hutchison and Ezra Taylor are I think they're the main sort of undercard fight, main support act. Support act, it's not a concert, is it? Support and fight. They were having a bit of beef, manufactured beef at ringside last weekend or the weekend before, I think it was. So that could be an interesting one. Willie Hutchinson says he'll fight anybody, and he was quite impressive the last time out against Mark Jeffers in Glasgow. That was a fight night I was hoping to get to, but unfortunately due to weather and family reasons I couldn't make it, so unfortunately. But maybe the next time there's a big fight in Glasgow, I'll manage to get there. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Jermaine Franklin can take Moses Itauma some rounds? Give him some rounds? Is there anybody you think you'd rather seen him in with? I think he's a good option. I don't think they can really knock that. I don't think he had a great performance the last time he boxed, but I can't remember who it was he fought, but I seem to remember him not being that impressive. But Frank Warren obviously thinks that he's a decent opponent, or he wouldn't have picked him. I think they're having trouble getting opponents for Moses, because the way he's going through people in devastating fashion. And I saw him fight Mike Belogin in Glasgow in his last fight. Not his last fight before Dillian White. And I was impressed with him. He's got really fluid movement, and there's just something about him. He does look special, and he's highly rated by all the other heavyweights you hear talk about him. Sort of stories in the gym and whatnot, and I think he was sparring a lot with some of the guys when he was 15 years of age. So yeah, the ship sailed on beating Mike Tyson's record, but he could probably beat Herbie Hyde's record. Was Herbie Hyde the youngest British heavyweight champion? I can't remember when he won the WBO title. I think he was only maybe 22 or something, 21 or 20, 22 I think he was. So perhaps he can beat that record, or he can maybe become the second youngest heavyweight champion or something like that. Does it really matter? At the end of the day, probably not. But we'll see going forward how he gets on. Time will tell. I'm sure he trains hard, and he shall be rewarded with victory if he does. Puts the commitment in and whatnot. Takes a leaf out of Usyk's book, or like I said, better be. These people are really committed to the game, the guys with the discipline. So let's wait and see. We'll talk about nearer the time the undercard, the rest of the undercard. There is quite a few good fights on it, and of course we've got the circus fight this coming week, this coming weekend, on the 15th. We've got Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn rematch, so no doubt we'll get a week off media this week. Ins and outs, try to sell the fight if there's tickets left, which I think there is. So I believe, will they sell them? I don't know. It depends. They hate to sell the fight. I mean, personally, I don't think it warranted a rematch to fight, but there's obviously money on the table, and it looks like there is going to be this rehydration clause, which I don't like, but it's up to Eubank whether he sticks to it or pays the fine. We shall wait and see. So I think that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Don't forget, Boxers in Need, www.boxersinneed.org. You'll get yourself a nice badge, perhaps a t-shirt too. So I think that's it for tonight. Until the next time, when we try and get some more videos made this week. If Jerry and Jamie are available, we'll maybe do a three-way thing. If our schedules can match up, we shall see. But I think I've got a busy week ahead of me otherwise. So we shall see. We shall see. Time is 3. Okay, guys, that's all for tonight. Until the next time, it's good night from me and good night to you. Chitty bye.